And now, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
Hey, everybody. It's day 2. Thanks for listening. This is the Consumer Quarterback Show, and I am not Brandon Rhymes as he's still out on PTO. Shout out to Brandon and his family, as we're obviously very happy and excited for him. I am normally our automotive expert and owner of the all-new Genesis of Tampa. Coming soon, we open August 1st. That's going to be a fantastic Friday, right on the corner of Nebraska and Bears, right by CarMax. CarMax, okay for used cars. Genesis of Tampa, amazing for new cars. So, as we get the show kicked off, traditions should stay in place. I don't know about you, but I'm awfully excited about a brand new listing at 3308 Landing Place in Palm Harbor, Florida. Fantastic home here. Now, we got a 3-bedroom plus an office, 3.5 bath, 2-car garage, over 3,000 square feet, what I would consider a large lot, a little over a third of an acre. Now, if you've got young kids, I love the idea of ground-level master bedrooms, or if you just don't have to walk upstairs, a ground-level master bedroom is fantastic. There's a private pool, an amazing outdoor entertainment area, a private marina with a boat slip. That ramp is right to Lake Tarpon. Now, Lake Tarpon, beautiful lake, one of the most underappreciated parts of Tampa Bay. I happen to grow up on that lake. In addition to that, you've got gated tennis and basketball courts. So this waterfront parks, playgrounds, scenic walk all through the area. This is an amazing listing. Call for more information at 727-263-3707 or check Brandon out online at platinummvpteam.kw.com. Now, if you thought that was good, wait till you see 7991 Lake James Boulevard in Lakeland, Florida. If you're driving, please do not pull over the road in excitement. This is a great piece in Lakeland, Florida. Now, we're looking at a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, but it has a 3-car garage. So one for you, one for the spouse, and one for the weekends. Get all 3 cars in that garage. It was recently built in 2022. It's in a gated 55 and up community of Lake James in Lakeland. I know that area well. We sell plenty of Toyotas from Miracle Toyota right into Lakeland. Now, the floor plan is fantastic. Gorgeous tile, luxury vinyl flooring throughout the whole area, high ceilings, beautiful lighting. Now, the kitchen has a large center island. I don't know about you. I eat most of my meals in the kitchen on the island. So they did a great job with the kitchen, all new stainless steel appliances. They have a flex room that offers a lot of versatility. It can be an office, a sitting area, a guest room, indoor pickleball court, who knows. Primary suite has large walk-in closets, privacy screen throughout the home to keep the place nice and private and secure. Your front patio is a perfect place for a table, a chair, maybe a cigar, who knows. Now, that screened-in back porch is included in the ADT security system, and inside this fantastic 55 and up community is included a heated pool, fitness center, so you don't have to leave to go to the gym, a clubhouse, a library, game room so you can hustle your neighbors, outdoor activities like shuffleboards, bocce ball, shoe horses, probably a putt-putt course, who knows, conveniently located just miles away from I-4. Again, Lakeland, Florida, and if you move in there, feel free to swing by Miracle Toyota just minutes away. You can learn more about this great listing at platinummvpteam.kw.com. Now, in studio, we have a great employee from Murphy Auto Group. I should know it because it's my company. Avery Rose. Avery, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Happy to be here.
So let's talk about being here, Avery. Yeah. So you just joined the team, fresh out of school, UGA, right?
Yep.
Appreciate you letting us have Carson Beck. It's going to be a great year for the Canes. But why Tampa? You chose Tampa, then found a company. You didn't find Murphy Auto Group and then found out we were in Tampa, correct?
Yeah, correct. So, I mean, I actually was debating between Tampa and New York City, very different places, but I didn't want to stay in Atlanta. Tampa is up and coming, a little bit of a cheeseball way to put it, but there's a lot of younger people, there's a lot of things to do, and I'm looking for an environment that is different than college, but not so different that it causes too much of a culture shock. I want to be able to find a new community, find friends, and find hobbies, because that's something that's obviously important when you become an adult. You're released from the bubble of college. So I mean, that was just one of the spots I had my sights on. I also love warm weather. I came from the West Coast, so I visited California a lot growing up. Didn't want to go that far, wanted to stay over in the East. But warm weather, beach, can't complain.
And that's just it. Tampa is really becoming one of the bright cities for people under the age of 25, moving, getting out of their element, starting the adulting process, as I like to say. And, you know, what's fun about a company like Murphy Auto Group and Genesis of Tampa is that we're always hiring and we're always recruiting. Avery, most people don't know, I was a 24-year-old general manager.
Yeah.
So just imagine a year or two from now what it'd be like to have hundreds of employees. But what I realize is any man, any woman, it can accomplish whatever they want with a good mentor and a great work ethic. So what have you learned about, you know, Genesis of Tampa and Murphy Auto Group since you've been with us?
One thing that I've really appreciated is the fact that I get to have a real opinion. That's something that was really important to me for a post-grad position, and I think that's hard to find also. You know, at my age, I'm 21, just graduated, you go into an entry-level job, and oftentimes, you know, you're kind of put in a little bit of a box, which I'm not saying is completely unfair. You know, you don't know as much about the business world or about the industry that you're in, but, you know, I'm listened to, my opinions count, I'm able to have a say in the things I create, and I mean, generally decisions. I even got to, for the Small Business of the Year Awards, the presentation, I got to work with Ryan on that and have some say in the script. And, I mean, that's something that has been incredibly important. I think it's going to be great for professional development and fulfillment generally.
I completely agree. You know, you've done a great job since you got here. One of the things that I like to do is empower our new members to management, and we gave you a task. And that task was, since we don't have cars yet at Genesis of Tampa, what kind of content can we put up on our social media, and what did we decide to do?
The Korean Snack Taste Test Series. So you'd come to me and suggest an unboxing, which I love that. I've seen that all over TikTok, YouTube, especially with Korean snacks, actually. That's been a trend for a little while now. And I thought, you know, we can expand that into a whole series, to be honest, because, you know, you can advertise cars as much as you want, but that's going to kind of fall within a specific niche. Not everybody's going to watch that. I think what's important, especially with creating a new social media account, is creating content that is just useful or entertains in some way. It doesn't have to be about the product. It's just, it can be something related that's fun, that just draws an attention.
Well, that's what's exciting. You know, Genesis of Tampa, we really try to honor the legacy of Genesis. Genesis USA did a very good job of communicating that we need to be distinctly Korean. We need to honor those that came before us. We've got a beautiful customer lounge. We've built a Zen garden. And the only thing nicer than, I think, the customer experience truly is the vehicles we sell. So come out for our grand opening, August 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. It's going to be a great weekend on the corner of Nebraska and Bears. That's Genesis of Tampa. You can learn more at genesisoftampafl.com. And I don't know about you, it's about lunchtime. I would love to try a snack. What do you got for me?
We've got a few different options.
All right, so again, this is our Korean snacks. When you go into Genesis of Tampa, you're going to have options between traditional food, soft drinks. We're going to have Korean tea, Korean snacks. And right now we ordered 48 different snacks to figure out which ones we should serve our customers, along with obviously other great options.
Yep, I found a good one for you.
All right, what do we got?
I'm going to pass this to you, and I'm going to try a different one over here.
Okay, I'm eating a custard soft cake by Orion. This is one of the very few Korean snacks I've seen that actually has English writing. Most of the time I go, it's in an orange bag. We'll see what it tastes like. So we're going to hop in and we're going to see if this is going to be a potential winner at the all-new Genesis of Tampa.
Yeah.
It reminds me, it's light. It's like a scone.
Show the camera.
Look at that, though. Where's my camera? Look at that. Oh, it's like a cake.
Yeah.
With a like meringue inside.
We've got a few different varieties of those as well. There's a few different cake-like snacks, so I've been excited about those.
Think about it, right? You come in, you get your brand new GV80, first oil change. It's 100% complimentary, no cost of being there. You're sitting in a massage table, looking at a Zen garden, and you're eating an Orion custard soft cake. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
1 point deduction for the size. I'm an American. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
And honestly, it could use a little more filling. But other than that, check it out. Genesis of Tampa. If you're going to eat Korean snacks that you can't find anywhere else other than maybe South Korea, very confident this snack is not in North Korea. Or they would look a lot more nourished.
Good guess.
It's possible.
All right,
it's
so
possible.
We're going to take a short break, and then the only thing better than having one Fred in studio is having two Freds in studio. So we've got a couple more guests coming in. Don't change that channel. Don't go anywhere. This is the Consumer Quarterback Show, and I am not Brandon Rhymes, but I am Mike Murphy. More to come.
Thanks for listening to my daddy's show. Please make sure to send him all of your real estate deals and subscribe to the Consumer Quarterback Show podcast on iTunes and Spotify, or check out our YouTube channel. Have a blessed day.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com.
Did you know that we buy houses cash? We can close quickly for a all-cash offer on your real estate properties, residential, commercial, even vacant land. We'll buy your property cash. No cleaning, no showings, and no hassles. You can even possibly stay in your home post-closing. Call Brandon at 813-917-1894. Submit the email at consumerqb.com or call 813-917-1894, consumerqb.com. We buy houses cash and fast.
Attention business owners, did you know we have 100% financing options available? Our no money down program offers 100% financing for business owners. If you are currently leasing your commercial space, you can purchase real estate for no money down. Additionally, the program offers money for working capital, equipment, and business fixtures. You can even pay off current business debt. Reach out at 813-917-1894. Call or text 813-917-1894. brhymes at kw.com. And that is our 100% financing, no money down program for business owners. We would love to help you buying, selling, or investing in real estate. 813-917-1894. brhymes at kw.com.
Ours Creole Smokehouse, the official Pinellas County restaurant partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Say hello to Doug Clark, chef and owner Doug Clark, 310 East Tarpon Avenue, Tarpon Springs, ourscreole.com. Ours Creole Smokehouse, 310 East Tarpon Avenue, Tarpon Springs, ourscreole.com. Excellent food, wonderful ambiance. Say hello to our friend Doug Clark. If you're facing an insurance claim, don't just trust the insurance company to have your best interests at heart. This is Brandon Rhymes, Consumer Quarterback Show. Reach out to rightwaypa.com, our friend Derek Coble at rightwaypa.com. Looking to level up your sales game? With 20-plus years of coaching experience spanning across several industries, Lindsay Rhymes helps everyone from entry-level reps to seasoned business owners boost sales, improve work-life balance, and retain top talent with customized options catered to personal, group, or corporate settings. Brandon and Lindsay Rhymes offer training on negotiation strategy, business development, and more. Let's grow your business together. Call 813-917-1894. That's 813-917-1894. Submit an email at consumerqb.com.
You're listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-917-1894.
All right, we're back. Still not canceled. This is the Consumer Quarterback Show. I'm not Brandon Rhymes, but I am Mike Murphy. Obviously, we are very, very excited. We're talking to Avery Rose, part of Murphy Auto Group, about Genesis of Tampa coming to Tampa Bay, finally, much anticipated. Took a little bit longer than we wanted, but you're going to have to wait to learn a little bit more because I've got a great listing at 123 14th Avenue North in Indian Rocks Beach, Florida. If you haven't visited Indian Rocks Beach, what is wrong with you? This is an amazing area. This is a unique listing. It's 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath with a carport. It sits on about 1.5 acres of land, but it's got its own dedicated beach access. Local amenities include locally owned restaurants, unique shops. You got Indian Rocks Beach Art Center. You've got beautiful parks, a dog park, public library, city hall, public boat ramps, so much more. Now, this is an as-is listing. The infrastructure was negatively affected by Hurricane Helene. I know a little bit about that. That storm wasn't great for most of us. But the area is incredible. I mean, this land is a no-brainer. It's golf cart friendly. It's very welcoming to pets. There's no HOAs, no lease restrictions. So if you're even remotely interested in Indian Rocks Beach, you've got to come check it out at 1234 14th Ave. Give Brandon a call at 727-263-3707 or online at platinummvpteam.kw.com. All right, we got one more listing. Equally excited about this is 10431 Southeast 127th Lane in Bellevue, Florida. This location is what I would consider quite affordable. You have a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,700 square foot double-wide mobile home, which was completed in 2002. Has all the major utilities. Everything's been updated, new air conditioning system, septic pump. Everything works as far as outdoor electrical connections. Fantastic bonus room that you can do whatever you like in. You've got a very open floor plan, high ceilings, ceiling fans throughout. The kitchen and the dining room area, which is my favorite room in a house, has abundant space. You can even expand out with more counters and cabinets. Everything's set up for your washer and your dryer. Your appliances are included. It's fantastic. No HOAs. You've got the freedom of having pets. No leasing restrictions. You're close to shopping, dining, entertainment, obviously quality health care. Ocala is now an international airport and only 30 miles away. And if for some reason you'd want to fly out of Orlando Airport, I don't know why, it's an hour and 20 minutes away. It might take you an hour and 20 minutes to get there from Bellevue, Florida. Now, a great opportunity. It is so much better to own than to rent. If you're even remotely interested in getting out from underneath the rent bubble and own your first place, check it out, 10431 Southeast 127th Lane in Bellevue, Florida. Now, before we get back to Avery, one thing they let me do is have control over the music. So, tell me something good. Oh, yeah, feel good time. I've always believed in my heart of hearts that titles are misleading. Now, this feel-good story is about the Philadelphia Phillies, shout out Chapman Auto Group, as they made a hype video so their bat boy, who's a cancer survivor, could win a trip to the All-Star game. And you know what? It worked. Absolutely amazing. Do we have the video?
It looks like it's right here.
Well, like most bat boys, he's 26 years old, about 6'2", and a graduate from Temple University. I don't know if it's Bat Boy or Batman, no. But his name is Adam. Very interesting enough that we've now made it to the point where a 26-year-old bat boy became not only a cancer survivor, but also the good luck charm of the Philadelphia Phillies, who obviously warm up here every year for spring training in beautiful Clearwater, Florida. So that's our feel-good story. Lord knows I love me some baseball. If it wasn't for baseball, my family would never escape poverty, as Grandpa couldn't read or write. So if you get a chance and you live in Tampa Bay, this may be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to check out your hometown Tampa Bay Rays play a home game outdoors. If you think about it, every other game's been indoors. It's weird we have to check the weather for a Rays home game. So, Avery, you Braves fan?
I am not the world's biggest baseball fan. I have to be completely honest.
We're going to have to work on that.
Yeah, I know. It's. I'm not sure if it can be learned, in all honesty. I've tried. I've given my best effort, especially at UGA. My friends love to go to the baseball games, and I can go for an hour. It's just not. I prefer a more fast-paced sport. I really like watching basketball, lacrosse. My brother plays, so I'm biased, but something where there's a little more action happening.
Sure. Well, you do have football right around the corner. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty excited about Genesis of Tampa, and let me tell you why. There is over 4,000 people that own a Genesis in Tampa Bay that have not had anywhere to service their vehicle. We've been talking about sales, but let's talk a little bit about service. One thing that you're helping me with is finalizing our custom VIP valet pickup and drop-off service. So what is that?
So we basically handle everything for you. We can pick up your car and bring it to the dealership for service. You don't have to, lay really a hand on anything as opposed to other than just tapping a couple buttons on your phone.
Yes.
And we'll have a QR code right when you walk into the dealership. You can scan from there to hear all the information about it. Quite a seamless process. And I think it'll be really helpful for people that, have had to look far and wide for service. They don't even have to do anything anymore. I think it'll be great for customers. For
Yeah,
sure.
on behalf of Genesis, our number one way of apologizing to everybody in Hillsborough County to have to drive outside of Hillsborough County to get their vehicle serviced is let us come pick it up, drop it off. We're going to even leave a service loaner so you are not without a car that whole time. We can do it at your office. We do it at home. Learn more at genesisoftampafl.com. Very, very excited about not only meeting your expectations, Tampa Bay, but exceeding them. Now, we've got what I think is the best part of the show coming up. No offense, Avery, but when a Fred and a Fred get together, there is advanced multiplication, I believe. So Fred Muth, Fred DeFelice coming in after the break. Avery, what's one thing that you learned about Murphy Auto Group that you are surprised about?
One thing I'm surprised about.
Yeah, like, hey, I didn't know an auto group did that.
The importance of philanthropy. I think that's something that I've never seen before. And that's something that drew me to the company when I was doing my research. I found that really impressive. You don't see, especially from, I think, a dealership company, you don't see that kind of intentionality behind it. You know, people can put any kind of philanthropy on their website. People can say anything they want about the company and just, you know, you've got to have a tab for that when you look up a name. But there's real passion behind it. There's a reason behind it. And there's a kind of unique dedication, like with the C3 commitment that I've never stumbled upon before.
Well, thanks. Yeah, our C3 commitment's pretty cool. It's a commitment from us as owners to love on our customers, our charities, and our communities. Because let's be perfectly clear, you've never seen a U-Haul behind a hearse. So we cannot take this stuff with us. And Jackie Robinson said, your life isn't overly important except for what you do with it. So we want to be for profit. We're American. We believe in exceptionalism, but we also want to be for purpose. And we want to leave the earth better than we found it. And that's why it's such a refreshing way to buy a car. No one at Murphy Auto Group, specifically Genesis of Tampa, is going to sell you anything. Instead, we're going to present you with options. And those options are going to help, hopefully, you make a decision whenever you're ready for a new car. But for anyone listening, is it right to buy new or used? Do I lease? Do I finance? We just want to give you the information so that we can help you make the second largest purchase you make in your life, right? First is a house, and we're going to talk this back half of the show about how to protect our house, to have the best water, to have the best screen enclosures, to protect our investment. And the second largest investment we make is in our automobile. So we really believe in meeting expectations and then exceeding them when we can. One last thing I'd like to talk about is Brandon Rhymes. Brandon has done an amazing job with this show. For me, I've been amazed by not only how my social media has grown, but also our sales have grown ever since we've teamed up. So if you're a local business owner and you're looking for just a little shot in the arm, reach out to the Consumer Quarterback Show. I know we have plenty of experts, but there's still a few openings. I'd strongly recommend it. All it has done is added to my bottom line. So for that, I'm always internally grateful. And here's one last thing, Avery, I think that you should talk about.
Yeah.
The grand opening weekend. What are those dates again?
August 1st.
August 1st is a Friday, Saturday. We're open that Sunday. And we're next to where? CarMax?
Yes, it's the CarMax.
So everybody knows where CarMax is. You can Google CarMax. You can Google Genesis of Tampa. You can go to genesisoftampafl.com and learn all about it. And don't forget to watch us on Instagram at Genesis of Tampa. As you guys listening on the radio can't see these Korean snacks, but I'm the first to tell you, I don't know about making America healthy again, but we're making our customer lounge at Genesis of Tampa, the all-new Genesis of Tampa, just a little bit more healthy. So very, very excited for that. Stay tuned as we've got Fred Muth and Fred DeFelice coming in right after the break. Do not turn the dial as we've got more exciting things coming just after the break. Avery, I thought you did a fantastic job.
Thank you.
How can people listen to you and follow you? Do you have socials, or would you like to plug anything?
First of all, I want to plug Genesis of Tampa on Instagram. We've got a really fun series coming up where I'm going to force my coworkers into trying the Korean snacks that we had just showcased. So definitely follow there, and personal Instagram, Avery Faith R. I'll be reposting a lot of that content as well, so you can get it from 2 different ways.
Very cool. And Faith is your middle name?
Yes.
That was a finalist for Reagan. It came down to Reagan, Sloan, Hope, and Faith.
Really?
And I thought he was a great president, so why not name my daughter Reagan?
No, yeah, absolutely.
It's funny, right? Because most people know my wife's Colombian, and I figured I'd have very Latinas. Very, very Spanish kid, so I gave him a good, strong Irish name. So learn more. We'll be back with 2 Freds and 1 show. This is the Consumer Quarterback Show.
This is Warwick Dunn, and you're listening to the Real Estate Quarterback Show hosted by my man, Brandon Rhymes.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com. You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, we're back. Thank you for listening. I'm still your guest host, Mike Murphy, also owner-operator of the all-new Genesis of Tampa. Quite excited about that. It's been a long time since we've been in the market, and we're so happy to come home where Murphy Auto Group was founded in 1979. As promised, we've got 2 Freds, 1 show. We're very, very excited to talk to Fred and Fred, but before, I owe you all a fantastic listing. So, we're talking about Brandon, Florida, 2547 Lexington Oak Drive. This location is a 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath with a beautiful full-size garage. Had new flooring, fresh carpets throughout. The kitchen, where most people spend their time, has all new appliances, sleek cabinetry, double thick stone countertop. You'll love this, Fred. The whole house is a watering filtration, soft water system, tankless water heater, whole house surge protection. That's not every home has it. That's a fantastic ad. There's nothing more annoying than moving into a new house and having not hot water. In addition to that, if you are an EV fan, like most consumers are, you've got a level 2 EV charger, which pumps out at 50 watts, which is already installed in the garage. So you can come to Genesis of Tampa, drive away in a new EV GV70, and come to your new house right here in Brandon, Florida. It's absolutely minutes away from the top-rated schools, fantastic dining locations. Matter of fact, my wife lived very close to this listing before we got married. It is a great area right next to the crosstown. Again, 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath, 2547 Lexington Oak Drive, Brandon, Florida. Give Brandon a call about Brandon at 727-263-3707 or online at platinummvpteam.kw.com. Fred and Fred, how you guys doing?
Great.
Fantastic.
Welcome to the studio.
I don't know how we're going to follow the Avery was a great act. How are we going to follow that, Fred?
It's tough. It's tough. Imagine her boss in marketing meetings.
Oh, boy.
Sorry, Ryan Cook. Well, this is new for me, as it's my second day as our guest host. I've never interviewed 2 people at once. The big question I have is how do you guys meet, and how long have you been doing the Consumer Quarterback together?
We were in prison together, and
all good relationships start somewhere.
Yeah, it starts somewhere, yeah. Freddie, actually, he calls in, I guess it was around 2000, maybe 99 or something.
Right around 2003.
2003. So he calls in, he wants a cage. Yeah, so I go over and I meet the guy, and man, he's hitting me hard. He's hitting me from all angles. And I said to myself, I like this guy. So you did the pool and everything, right? You did. Yeah, you built it all. So he wasn't going to mess around with bad contractors. So we got the deal, and we did the enclosure for him. Next thing you know, he's turning me on to all his neighbors and this and that. And we just became friends.
There's nothing like building raving fans for your business, right?
Yeah.
Repeat and referral business is the most important thing we can all do as small business owners.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and we're into cars.
Oh,
so
gosh,
we have that niche, and
guitars too.
And guitars as well.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Cars and guitars, 2 things after my heart. So let's talk cars for a second. Do you guys have a favorite genre? Is it American Muscle? Are we in?
Well, he's got a. Tell him what you got, Freddie.
Well, mine is a 49 Ford.
Oh.
2-door custom, restored with all original parts. Right now, I think it's got running around 86,000 miles on it.
That's incredible.
Yeah, so it's beautiful. I was really looking for the 49 Mercury convertible.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't find it.
Well, I will put some feelers out there.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people got 49s laying around, but
as a kid, that's what I owned, the Mercuries,
Mm-hmm.
And of course the movies came out. What was it with? What the heck was the guy?
I don't know, make one up.
Well, I do remember the Mercury Cougar being absolutely
Still up.
a game changer when it first hit the market. Everybody was fans of the Mustang, and they should have. Since '67, it's been a fantastic staple of the community. But I actually grew up selling Lincoln Mercuries, and it was a lot of fun taking somebody from a Ford to a Mercury and explaining all the benefits of a Grand Marquis, and a few years later helping them get to a town car. I'm happy to see the return of vehicles being built back here in America. It took too long to get it back, and even though I sell a lot of Japanese and Korean vehicles, I definitely agree it needs to be built here, and it was time to make America great again when it came to building automotive. So that's a lot of fun. And I see a lot of commonalities between automotive and home sales. The one thing that's a little bit different is we can manipulate our rates because a lot of the financing comes from the manufacturers. Now, you're both in construction of homes, right? So we've got a water science business that is absolutely phenomenal. And then we've got Tampa Sceens Aluminum, which obviously with hurricanes, I've got a bunch of follow-up questions. But first on the water side, as I was doing my homework for this show, I had no idea water softeners were banned in 2005 in California, and then other states started to pop up. So what is uniquely different about your business and your model?
Yeah. Well, the best thing is to explain what a water softener is. A water softener does one thing. It doesn't purify water. It doesn't condition. It removes minerals from the water that makes water hard. But in that process, it replaces those minerals with sodium. You're putting salt in that tank. Mm-hmm. Well, now you got sodium in your water.
Oh.
All right? Now that water softener has to backwash, they call it, at least every 4 days. Besides the fact it's wasting 150 gallons of water per week, that effluent goes down in the sewer. Anything goes in the sewer winds up in our waterways. Mm-hmm. So it pollutes the environment. And it's old technology. It's been around in Florida more than 50 years. And it mainly was used when you had a well. Even today, some well systems, the water is so bad, you have to use a combination of technologies, which also includes a water softener. $10,000, $15,000 to straighten out your well water. So
I always assumed well water would be like your best source of water.
No, it's bad. The aquifer is polluted. I mean, everything is done. So in California, certain areas, they run into drought situations. Mm-hmm. And they were also losing topsoil because they were running this backwash right on top of the ground.
Oh.
So they said, that's got to go. They didn't ban it in the whole state. But within a year or two more after that, 6 other states followed. So there's many states you cannot put in a water softener.
Now, in the state of Florida, what are our options? Can you still go old school water softener?
Absolutely.
But they shouldn't. They should do.
It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. It'll never get banned in Florida. And it's just what it is. Mm-hmm. They know how to sell it. We moved here 25 years ago, and I couldn't believe how bad the water was. We were before that in the Pocono Mountains of Pennsylvania.
Oh, I'd argue some of the best water in the country.
Yeah. So I started looking into it. I met a good buddy who's still a friend of mine today, and he sold me a water softener. And it was the worst thing ever happened to me.
Why is that?
It was just unbelievable stuff. My background, I'm a second-generation master plumber, so I understand water. I've been in water most of my life. And Freddie will tell you, I'm mostly in hot water with my wife. But,
what's that like?
Yeah, it was something new, right? So
how's that
I started doing researching and reached out to other engineers and scientists in the field. And we developed technologies or found technologies. Many have been developed during the space program, believe it or not.
Interesting.
Yeah, so we've always been ahead of the curve, and I love what I do. Our customers are happy. We provide lifetime warranties on our equipment. They're sustainable. We've been nominated for the Sustainable Business Award twice in the last couple of years. So we've done it right, and we love what we do.
Well, that's Fred DeFelice. You can learn more at waterscience.us. Is that your best website?
Yep.
And I was just there checking it out. I'm absolutely amazed. I liked your gallery. It shows all these satisfied customers.
Yeah.
They say a picture's worth 1,000 words, and that really showed me the quality and the sincerity you have to customer service. I see why you're Brandon's water expert.
Yep.
So, Mr. Muth, talk to me about screens and aluminum. Is hurricanes your number one cause to market? Or is it new construction? How?
It's a combination.
Yeah.
I mean, the most ideal business out there is new construction, new homes. Hurricane damage is not fun. You know, the storms come through, everything takes a whack. So the cage needs to be replaced, but before the cage gets replaced, you need new fascia boards, you need a new roof in some cases. Insurance companies drag their feet, and I mean, I'm still writing jobs up today from the last storms. I got to look at 2 of them this week. Yeah. And the reason why the people held off because they're fist fighting with the insurance companies, which they shouldn't have to do.
I'm still in that situation myself. I had a total loss during Hurricane Helene. I don't know if you heard about a Tesla exploding in South Tampa.
I did.
That was my house. And,
oh my gosh!
It's unfortunate. My wife and my 2 and 5-year-old were there, and we're still not done with the insurance company. Oh. It's interesting. You know, I'm a big NFL fan. And I'm like, isn't it interesting that most of the stadiums are owned by insurance companies?
Yeah.
And then maybe 6 months ago, it clicked. Like, instead of paying out, drag your feet and sponsor, Qualcomm Stadium or any of these stadiums.
People say you should self-insure. You know, some people can, but that's when the fire hits. Mm-hmm. You know, so you can't have enough insurance, but you shouldn't have to continue to mitigate and arbitrate with these insurance companies. They should pay the claims as they're supposed to. They did years ago, but things have changed. I mean, we took a hit back in, about 12 years back, and I'm with State Farm. Man, they just come out, they wrote a check, and it was good, all good. So knock on wood, I'm still with State Farm.
Yeah,
I don't know how much they charge you a month. I know it's a lot of money, but, it's worth it.
I would be remiss if I didn't plug MurphyFamilyInsurance.com. My uncle is an Allstate agent, and State Farm is definitely the silver medalist there. But
good.
2 great companies.
I set you up for that.
Yeah. If only we planned it out, right? That's so funny. So here's the thing that I'm intrigued by. If let's say we just had Avery on, first-time homeowner, buys a house not from Florida. At what point should she be worried about her screen enclosures? If it's a named storm, tropical storm, Cat 2, Cat 3, where do you start to panic?
So the failure point on pool cages, and I talk about pool cages most of the time, is where they're connected. And they're connected to the house fascia with a big 7-inch or 5-inch super gutter. If the wood's rotted behind that gutter, that cage is not going to last in a storm. If there's rusted bolts that hold the cage down to the deck, that cage is going to go away in a storm. So all the time people spend boarding up the windows, this and that and the other, spend a little time just making sure your connection points are good and tight. It doesn't take a lot of effort to go to Home Depot and buy some tap cons and drill them and re-secure the bottom rail.
Absolutely.
If it's 10, 12, 14 years old, them bolts rust out. The fascia board situation can be a little more involved, but if you see rotted wood up there, just make sure you got good lags going into the solid wood behind there. I mean, even if it's a temporary thing, you get up there, you drill them, you secure them. That cage has probably got a much better chance of sitting there at 110, 115 mile an hour. People say, I think I'll cut my screens. And I say, why? They say, well, the last aluminum guy says I should cut my screens. I say, yeah, he wants to sell you more screens. I don't agree with that. So, I've seen the demonstrations where the fabric is designed to come out at about 130 mile an hour. So let it come out, and then the cage, typically they can withstand more than that. So let the screen blow away on its own, and then see what the cage does. And then call your friendly salesman and let him come back and sell you some new screens, because that's what he wants to do.
Yeah, I mean, we are a consumer economy.
Right.
You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show. I've got Fred DeFelice and Fred Muth in studio. We're going to talk a little bit about football, baseball after this break coming up. Do not change that dial. I am Mike Murphy, and this is the Consumer Quarterback Show.
Hey, this is Grant Cardone, and you're listening to Consumer Quarterback Show, hosted by my friend Brandon Rhymes. Do not touch that dial. I'll come right through the radio and grab your throat.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com.
AmericaFirstPatriotStore.com for all of your non-woke American-made products. American values, Christian, conservative American values. Say hello to my business partner, Jim McCune at AmericaFirstPatriotStore.com. David Reynolds Jewelry and Coin.com. Say hello to Shane Socash, longtime friend of the Consumer Quarterback Show, 4009 Central Avenue, St. Petersburg. Online at David Reynolds Jewelry and Coin.com for all of your precious metals and jewelry design. David Reynolds Jewelry and Coin.com. Blue Moon Estate Sales of Pinellas County for all of your estate sale needs. BlueMoonEstateSales.com. Reach out to Jennifer. Tell her you heard about her here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. BlueMoonEstateSales.com. And stop by their store, the Blue Moon Store, at 1479 South Belcher in Largo. 1479 South Belcher in Largo. And that's BlueMoonEstateSales.com. Hey, Brandon Rhymes here for Jason Coble, owner of Coble Law. Coble Law has been handling injury cases in Tampa for the past 14 years and has a specialized approach focused on limiting client cost and maximizing client profit. TampaWorkCompLaw.com. TampaWorkCompLaw.com. Jason Coble, longtime friend of the Consumer Quarterback Show, personal injury law, and work comp law. Hey, Brandon Rhymes here for our friends at TargetSurveying.net for all of your surveying needs. Land surveying firm providing services for real estate since 1992, and they are statewide. Check them out online, TargetSurveying.net. That's TargetSurveying.net. Selling commercial, vacant land, or residential properties? Don't leave money on the table. List with the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. I'm Brandon Rhymes. You can reach me at 813-917-1894. Call or text 813-917-1894. Online at ConsumerQB.com. That's ConsumerQB, like quarterback.com. Buying, selling, investing, or refinancing? We would love to talk to you. Thank you so much and have a blessed day.
You're listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Online at ConsumerQB.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-917-1894.
And we're back. Still 2 Freds, 1 Mike Murphy, your guest host. I'm very, very excited about, during the break, we were talking about life. And what makes successful people successful disproportionately has been this idea of an apprenticeship. And, Fred, you were talking about the trades and the importance of it. You want to give that advice to the next generation about, is it better to learn something with your hands and stay out of debt, or do you need to be mentally stimulated for 8 years at some higher learning
Absolutely. Tradesmen are so rare today. We need them badly. And the benefits of learning a trade. I started hanging out with my dad when I was like a 10 or 11, watching him do everything. And he always told us, me and my brothers, learn a trade, you'll never starve. And I've proved that to myself. As you grow older, you want to do something different. I sold my plumbing business at one time, started something else, and I failed at it. Well, I went right back to my plumbing business and started over. So you never lose it.
Yeah, and it kind of becomes part of your identity, kind of who you are, right?
It is. And, we have this poster hanging on the wall from the 1930s, the plumber protects the health of the nation. And it's very true. You're depending on the plumber to have that indoor toilet for a lot of reasons, And so
that's really
that's
well
just
said.
One of the aspects.
Well, it's kind of like myself. My dad was a salesman. I'm a salesman. We're going to sell some real estate real quick. So if you don't mind, let's go ahead and look at 1161 Rio de Janeiro Avenue in Punta Gorda, Florida. That's a mouthful, huh? This is one of the best I've seen. This is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,600 square feet, quarter-acre lot, highly sought-after area in what we call the Deep Creek community with very minimal HOA fees. This has got a metal roof with a fantastic life. The metal roof was just put on in 2023. Amazing, spacious, sunlit living area, beautiful formal dining room. There's a dedicated office location. They expanded the kitchen, perfectly suited for those culinary chefs and ninjas out there. The primary bedroom suite is pretty impressive with walk-in showers and luxurious garden tub. I know after a hard day of plumbing, there's probably nothing better than taking a bath. This sounds like the perfect location. It's centrally located with ease to golf courses, to shopping, to dining, and those beautiful golf beaches that Brandon would make some poetic statement about dolphins and sugar sand. But let's be very, very honest. It's quick access to 75 near US 41. Reach out to Brandon, not now, but right now. Since I'm doing his show, he can answer at 727-263-3707 or drop him an email. Check out his website at platinummvpteam.kw.com. All right, our last location is a place near and dear to my heart, 5274 Miller Bayou Drive in Port Richey, Florida. Did you know there's a new Port Richey, a Port Richey, and a Holiday that all feel like they're in the same location? Well, this is a quarter-acre lot, waterfront, very, very impressive. It's in a nice area of Martha's Vineyard subdivision in Port Richey. You're about 10 minutes away from downtown Newport Richey that's had quite a revitalization project going on. This prime location is meant for a custom-built home. You can build a smart home. Right now, it is beautifully located on a canal. If you're even remotely interested in being able to walk out your backyard onto your boat, this is a location you got to look into. Learn more at platinummvpteam.kw.com. All right, Fred, let's talk about the most important thing I can think of in the next 3 or 4 weeks, and that's the return of the NFL season. Praise all the gods. I feel like that in Florida there's 2 seasons. There's football season and not football season, since it's 90 degrees every day. That's how we can tell. So is it safe to say we're Buccaneers fans, or are we part of the EGLES Eagles team?
Listen to this guy. The guy can't even say it.
I found out that was the mayor of Philadelphia, by the way, that misquoted her own fight song. If you haven't seen that video, check it out at Real Mike Murphy at realmikemurphy.com. We'll post it. But, you know, the home of the tush push, it was hilarious last night watching the ESPYs and just all of the controversy around it. So is it a great play or the greatest play?
Oh, sorry.
The tush push, the Philadelphia 4th and 1. We're just going to let Jalen, carry the whole team on his back. Are you for the play?
For the Bucks.
For the Eagles.
For the Eagles.
Oh, yeah.
By any means necessary, right? Whatever it takes to win. I like that. All right, so we got Eagles fans. How about yourself?
Absolutely. Depends. Depends on who I'm talking to.
Who are you trying to sell?
I walked in. The Flyers were up against the Lightning. I had 20-some odd years back for the Cup, and I was out doing estimates, and I had to see part of the game. So I stop at this place coming back, sports bar. I go in the bar. Flyers put one right in the net. I go, yeah! Some dude takes a swing at me. I go, whoa! I go, these people in Florida, they're really all about their sports teams, man.
Well, Lord Stanley needed a tan, and I think what we can all agree on is it's been, since 1999 since a Canadian team has won the Stanley Cup, so that's awfully exciting. It's great to see that we live in such an area that can support multiple teams. With the Bucks, with the Rays, will they be in St. Pete? Will it be in Tampa? We'll find out. But it's incredible in my lifetime to watch what the Lightning have done. A huge shout out to Jeff Vinnick. I learned a lot. Avery, our C3 commitment at Murphy Auto Group really was inspired by the way Jeff Vinnick took over the Lightning. And most people don't know that there was a collective bargaining issue year 1, and they played about half a season. And Jeff would give out $50,000 per home game to a charity that the organization would choose. So half the season's gone. But every day there was supposed to be a game, the Vinnick organization made that donation to a charity. And by the time they played their first game, he became a hometown hero and, arguably one of the best things we've got going on in the greater Tampa Bay area. So here at Murphy Auto Group and at Genesis of Tampa, we take the same approach. And it is our goal before the end of 2026 to have donated over $100,000 to local charities in the Tampa community. Off the top of your guys' head, do you have a charity of choice here in town?
Oh, yeah. There's a couple of different charities based out of our 2 chambers that I'm a member, and we support those.
That's Upper Tampa Chamber and Palm Harbor?
Harbor.
Fantastic. It's on the top right corner of his website. You can always check that out at waterscience.us. That's Fred DeFelice. I know who's going to be taking care of my water. Fred Muth, how can we get a hold of you? TampaScreens.com?
That's correct. We still like phone calls, 813-960-7064.
Give him a call. I am your guest host, Mike Murphy. This was the Consumer Quarterback. Let your heart not be troubled. The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, will be coming back very, very soon. He deserved a PTO. Big shout out to him and his family. Thank you for listening. I am Mike Murphy. Murphy out.
You've been listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Call Brandon Rhymes at 813-917-1894. That's 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com. And join us next time for the Consumer Quarterback Show.